If you're a coach, you have to constantly find ways to scale your business, find ways to attract new clients, and find ways to add value, right? And some of those ways is to actually build a WordPress website. So in today's conversation, I want to really dig deeper here to explain to you how to choose a WordPress builder as a coach. Here is the overview I really want you to pay attention to. So let's say you are thinking about building your organization, building your small business or your mid-sized business, coaching business, okay? And it's important to understand that you have options when it comes to building a website. And you have to understand, if you are a coach, your website says everything about you. If you cannot build a great website, then why should someone trust you with the problems they need to address? Think about that. Okay, so your website is a reflection of who you are. Okay, and as we know, first impressions really count. So the thing is that, fortunately, building a coaching website is easy if you turn to one of the most popular platforms on the market today, WordPress. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's a fantastic opportunity to talk to you in today's conversation and to share with you some of the tips, hacks, and I would say best practices we have learned over 10, 15, or 20 years in this business, okay? It's really important to understand that when we talk about WordPress builder, we're not really just talking about the like a specific niche. We're talking about coaches in general, okay? And it's also really important to understand that you have to be very careful about the type of WordPress builder you actually buy. But the cool thing here is that with a page builder that's really great, you can have access to many advanced capabilities. You can have access to landing pages. You can have access to, you can actually develop your sales funnel to acquire more clients on a continual basis and autopilot. Like it has to be automatic and continual, so that you don't always have to revisit that strategy, okay? And don't forget to also buy a domain. You need to install WordPress, and you need to start playing around with the tech, okay? You quickly realize that the standard design WordPress comes packaged with is pretty boring. So you're gonna have to actually find a WordPress builder to actually help you out. Now, we advise you, we tell our clients to always outsource the whole thing to a third party. You can have a WordPress designer do it for you. Don't spend time on those things, because for you as a coach, you have a high value activities to focus on. So here is a decision for you, boss. Why should you build a coaching website on WordPress in the first place? Well, the thing here is that, when you are an online coach, you have an image to build and defend. Remember, reputation takes years to build and only a few seconds to crush or to have crumble, right? And it's important to understand that you need to have an ability to be present online, and your online picture, your online presence is reflective of who you are. Okay, and so WordPress is very helpful. Why? Because it provides a foundation for any website you might want to build. And so WordPress is really a CMS, what we call CMS. So it's a content management system that owns the vast majority of the market share for a reason. They are one of the easiest and most intuitive ways to manage your website. So WordPress helps you handle everything like blog updates, newsletters, subscriptions, page design, contact form. Let's say if you want to offer coaching services online, think of a WordPress website as the foundation for everything else you want to accomplish. Okay, once you have WordPress installed, you can add any number of add-ons or applications to make your sites do what you want. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a convo about how to choose a WordPress page builder for online coaches. One thing I want to say here is that when we talk about having a website for coaches, you have a constellation of options, though. I mean, from a Wix to GoDaddy to, like, WordPress is not the only one. That's my point, okay? And some e-commerce platforms even allow you to create a coaching website, like Shopify, for example. On Shopify, you can sell digital products, you can sell courses, you can sell seminars, you can sell digital products. So think about that, okay? By the way, boss, let me quickly remind you again of today's topic. We're talking about how to choose a WordPress builder as an online coach. So you are able to do a lot of things in terms of launching a free newsletter, including a scroll bar at the top to draw in potential new clients. You can do that in WordPress. If you want to create useful how-to blog posts, you can do that in WordPress. If you want to drive buzz for webinars, you can integrate your social media feed to automatically update your website. You can actually schedule site updates weeks in advance. You can do all of that. You can have WordPress do it for you automatically. Let me give you the approach I really want you to really pay attention to here. So let's first talk about page builder versus WordPress theme, because if you are an online coach and you want to get involved a little deeper into the whole WordPress page builder thing, you need to understand the distinction, the dichotomy between page builder and WordPress theme. Okay, so themes are used differently today than they used to be. Okay, not many years ago, a WordPress custom theme was what took care of all the functionality and design on a WordPress site. But this is not often a reason to build custom WordPress websites from scratch anymore, even for big companies. These days, we have plugins to take care of functionality and page builders to actually amp up the design. Okay, you still need to use a theme, but the focus should be on selecting one that's as lightweight, fast, and has minimal design to get in the way of our page builder. And so this theme is what I currently like. Basically, the theme is what we are saying should be it should be the foundation of your strategy, but not the main thing. Okay, so what's the difference between a WordPress and a theme, a page builder and a theme? Well, WordPress is a content management system. That means it makes it easy to manage content on a website. Okay, and so it's a kind of thing. I want you to think of WordPress as a kind of the skeleton of your website. It doesn't really stand on its own. Just like a skeleton can really animate without some sort of muscle and skin to go on top of it, right? So a WordPress theme is that muscle. It is the collection of files that gives some look and form to your WordPress website. There are thousands of WordPress themes out there, just like there are billions of unique bodies on the planet. Okay, so you will have themes will look different. Themes don't function nearly the same way. Okay, so this is what it is. And now, what is the difference between a theme and a page builder? WordPress with a theme can stand on its own without a page builder, just like a body can stand on its own with a skeleton and muscle and skin. But what makes it really fun is when we put some fancy clothes and makeup on our bodies, right? Then we look really polished. It's the same thing with a page builder. So a page builder is essentially like putting nice makeup and clothes on your WordPress themes. It's what really makes it look professional without having to use a ton of complex code. That's really the most important thing. If you're an online coach, you don't have time to code. I mean, maybe you don't even have the skill set to code. You just want to have a page builder that's well done and can help you amp up or scale your business to the next level. Now here's a winner for you, okay? So let's say that you are trying to get a page builder. How do you actually choose one? The thing is that not all page builders are built the same. Some are great, some are fantastic, some are fine, and some are like a downright awful experience to design with, okay? And it's really important to understand that you have to choose the right one. Otherwise, you're just spending time. And it doesn't matter even if you're not doing it yourself. You have outsourced the task to a third party. That third party will actually call you, contact you, and let you know that, hey, listen, the builder you recommended is not really good. Okay. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a convo about how to choose a WordPress page builder as an online coach. So when you think about great page builders, in our view, in our experience, you have Elementor, you have a Beaver builder. Okay. That's for the great page builders. And you have the okay page builders like Divi, and then you have Oxygen. Okay. And so it's really important to remember that. And the whole thing here is that, so let's quickly dig a little deeper here. So for Elementor, this is a page builder we use. Okay. Elementor's functionality, design flexibility, and user interface are simply top notch in our view. And we've been testing this for many, many years now, and new features are released every month with even more goodies to make your client's website look amazing. Okay. Just fantastic. Beaver Builder is also an old classic, and a lot of our colleagues also use Beaver Builder because it doesn't make sense for them to jump ship for the new hotness of That is really Elementor. But hey, listen, Beaver Builder works great. It's just not quite as easy to use as Elementor. What about the OK page builders? You have Divi. So what we love the fact that Divi is unique in that it's actually a WordPress theme and a page builder all in one. It works just fine, though again, it's sort of an old classic. Okay, this is really what it is. And what about Oxygen? Now, this one is a wild card. And so you might want to use it if you're tech savvy, if you're comfortable with doing some coding yourself. Okay, if you are like a developer, you will love Oxygen. But overall, this is a great tool also that we would recommend. But if I had to do, based on our experience, based on our reviews, based on our research, if I had to give you our number one recommendation, I would say go with Elementor. So here are the steps I want you to follow if you have to install WordPress on your website, on your coaching website, okay? And the thing is, even if you're new to building websites, the good news about WordPress is that it has become so ubiquitous. Some hosting companies, including like some hosting companies, offer a one-click installation process, okay? And the thing is, because they all know that a lot of online coaches want WordPress because of the user friendliness, because of the fact that it's very fast to set up too. Okay, and so a lot of hosting companies, they do it. They keep it very easy for you. So the thing is, it's very easy. You just have to go to first of all, you have to install WordPress on your website. You have to buy. And you have to install it. And from there, it's very simple. You have to log into your customer portal. Okay. It's very straightforward, nothing very complicated. And when you actually log into your customer portal, you will see there is a section that says create. You will see create website. And you have to click on that. Now, remember that whenever you click on something and you go to that website, if you go to a page that says create website, you have a fresh page that actually is labeled build your site with WordPress, and you just click get started. From there, this is just easy peasy lemon squeezy, nothing very complicated. Okay, you have a lot of steps, but it's not really complicated. The site should actually be up and running within 5-10 minutes. What we have seen here is that for coaching businesses, for coaches that have a very simple business proposition, you should be able to be ready in 5-10 minutes. Maximum 1 hour if you have some kind of complex offer to provide to your clients. But overall, it's just fantastic. What we love here is that the site, once you click just like publish, the site will automatically generate your WordPress login credentials, as well as furnish you with a temporary URL. You just need to copy all of this information down for your reference. So once you have those down, go to WordPress. That's really the last step, and you are officially building your coaching website on WordPress. Okay, nothing complicated here. So everything easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now let's talk about what you should add to your coaching website, because you're a coach. You have an image to build and defend. You are actually working in a very competitive marketplace. You have a lot of coaches out there who are trying to do the same thing as you. They're trying to grab some of the attention of your other clients. So what should you add to your coaching website? Well, you need to differentiate yourself several ways, right? First, you want to add a homepage. You got to have a homepage, because as a coach, your homepage has to accomplish two important things: capture attention and establish trust. Let me repeat that. Capture attention and establish trust. So that makes every decision on your website's homepage that much more critical. Okay. And if you're not sure what that looks like, use this. Like you need to actually think about these two elements when building your website, when designing your website. Think about credibility. So right off the bat, your website should list several sources where you have appeared, whether it is a podcast, local newspaper, or community association. That builds trust right off the bat. Okay, it's hard to get quotes if you don't have some credibility as a coach. And connection also. So a large photograph should greet visitors above the fold. In other words, above the point where we start scrolling down, a mission statement on the front page tells your prospective coaches client that you are, what you are all about and what you are actually trying to accomplish here. So beside the homepage, you should have a coaching services page. So once someone reaches out to you, they should be interested. Okay, what should I do to work together with you? Okay, and it's going to be tempting to put the onus on your potential clients, but contact me, and you can actually put a very simple, I would say, a CTA, call to action, that gives the impression that you are really about connecting. It's all about connecting. It's not about closing a sale or whatever. It's all about connecting with the clients. So use terms like connect with me. Okay, contact me is not. It's really old terminology here. So connect with me or let's work together. Those are more friendly. Those are friendlier, and those are things you should go for. Okay, you also need to have a contact page. Okay, so we are narrowing the funnel here. It's time for your potential client to take action. So as such, your contact page should be the simplest on your entire website. There should only be one step forward for the visitor, reaching out. That means a basic contact form with name, email, and a brief message. That's it. If you offer different services, you can customize your WordPress contact form to include a drop-down menu. This is totally possible, yeah. Okay, but the thing is, you need to really avoid vague messages from prospective clients who are not sure what they want. And as you go further in your coaching career, you will find tools like this are invaluable for properly qualifying prospects before they become clients. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close to this conversation, okay? And so here are some recommended WordPress plugins and themes for coaching websites. And so once you have thought about the best strategies to differentiate yourself online, it's really important to understand that you do have some plugins and add-ons that can actually elevate the profile of your online coaching page, okay? So let me give you some WordPress themes for coaches. So you have Astra. So Astra will give you an eye-popping homepage. You just upload your professional photograph to help establish that trust and authority off the bat. You have Divi. So advertising as the ultimate WordPress page builder. Divi is a visual-based site builder that takes the design guesswork out of your page building. So after all, you've got into coaching, not web design, right? And you also have Authority Pro. So you won't get many clients if you cannot establish your authority as a professional coach. So Authority Pro is all about building that connection from the very beginning. So this is kind of cool. Now here are the WordPress plugins for coaches, not the themes. Now we have the plugins. So you have a WPF form. So your website has all forms of goals, but ultimately it's about one thing: getting people to click contact, right? You don't get coaching work until you can actually build well-performing contact forms. You also have member price. So having a growing list of clientele in search of a community of like-minded individuals. If you have that, member price could be your next step in your online education, allowing you to evaluate and create a community centered around the concept that you teach. You also have Push Engage. This is another great plugin. So let's say you need the hype of an upcoming, you need to hype an upcoming keynote speech or webinar. How do you generate buzz using your site alone? So Push Engage helps you post announcement over your regular content, driving the urgent attention that you really need. Okay, so this is really, really, really cool. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Today was a quickie about how to choose a WordPress builder for online coaches. Okay, I gave you the overview, the decision, the approach you should follow, the winner, the steps you need to think about, and the pro tips. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.